Hello everyone, welcome to another video. Today we're going to be talking about every team's best logo. I'll be covering the primary, secondary, specialty, heritage logos. All of those logos are included. The ones that are not included are the reverse retros. The two reverse retro series will not be included just because they're not going to come back. We know for sure that these logos are not going to come back. Most of them are older logos that are brought back anyway, so I'm not going to include that. And I'm also not going to include any word mark logos that any team might have, but I will cover everything else. So let's just get right into it. So first, you know what's funny? The Vegas Golden Knights only have one logo in circulation. We know those two reverse retro logos did appear, and they are pretty nice, but I was surprised that Vegas only has actually one logo. No secondary logos for them. And of course, we have these other four historic franchises: the Canadiens, the Red Wings, the New Jersey Devils, and the Philadelphia Flyers. They all have just the one logo. And to be honest, they're all pretty nice. I don't know if they need another one. So, the first team, the Anaheim Ducks. All right. And there might not be a surprise to any of these coming up because you could see which one I prefer from the beginning, but I just want to go through each one. Number one, I do actually like this primary logo for the Ducks, the webbed D. I think it's pretty good. The colors are nice. It's all packaged up pretty well. Kind of looks like a hockey puck, so it does make sense. But I do like the old style. That's redone, and the one that I prefer is the white one with the orange triangle there on the bottom left. I do like that one the best in terms of the colors, everything. I think it would look great on a white jersey, just like it did on the reverse retro. I think that one does take the cake for the Anaheim Ducks. Next, we have the Arizona Coyotes, and definitely the current primary logo is their best one. They do have just the Kachina's head, which is all right. It's a nice logo for like an alternate jersey. I just think as a complete primary logo, it's definitely the full Kachina. And I did include the shoulder patch up here, the Coyotes moon logo. It looks nice too, but it's just a shoulder patch. And then you got the new Arizona word mark on their jerseys. And I did say I wouldn't include word marks, but in this case, if a word mark is actually on one of their jerseys, I will include it, like as a primary logo. So that's it for Arizona. The Bruins. I think the Bruins is pretty obvious. They have a bunch, but it's going to be the Spoke B. I think the Spoke B is definitely a pretty perfect logo. I mean, there's not much you can really change from it. I mean, I certainly can't see anything obvious, but you got the two shoulder patches, one for home and one for away. I thought that was pretty cool. I didn't even know that at first that they did those two. Those are good, but again, Spoke B does do it for me. And then you got this other B and then this other bear, just good secondary logos, but not the best. And now the Buffalo Sabres. The thing about the Sabres is they have three really good logos, in my opinion. This Sabres one, the word mark one on the side, it's not really, you can't really count it as a logo. It's more like a shoulder patch, which is fine. And, the goat head is fantastic. I love the goat head. Um, and the new reverse retro goat head, it doesn't really count, but I thought I'd add it anyways. It does look good. I just like the stylization of the colors. I just think it looks great. The goat head is a great brand. I love it as an alternate, but as a primary logo, I think this regular Sabres logo does do it, and it completes the brand for the Sabres. I think it's really good. And the Calgary Flames. Calgary Flames, this one's pretty easy. Of course, Blasty's an icon. You just look so menacing. the fire out of his nose, but the flaming sea is just iconic, and it's a great logo. The Hurricanes. Now, I know that this logo right here, which is generally considered the primary logo of the Canes, is not actually the logo that's on their home jerseys. So they scrapped their home jerseys that they used starting, I believe it was in like 2018 when they introduced those new home jerseys with this like Cyclone logo. They scrapped those and they went with the I don't know, anniversary jerseys, the red ones, and they started using this double flag logo on the black jerseys as their home jerseys. And I don't really like this logo. I mean, the jersey does make it better, but the logo itself isn't a proper logo. I do like this outline of the state of North Carolina over here, but just in general, this one up or in the center is definitely the better logo. It's stylistically, as an icon. I've grown up with the Canes wearing this logo, so it just makes sense. And the word mark over here is nice, but definitely not their best. The Chicago Blackhawks. I think this one's pretty obvious. They just have the shoulder patch over here, but the regular primary logo definitely makes sense. It's definitely super, super nice. I ranked it really high in my logo rankings, and it's the best. Okay, this one's a kind of a contested one. Some people think that the alternate logo with the C over here is actually better than the primary logo, but I tend to disagree. I just think the primary logo over here has more artistic elements. It has the puck. It's an avalanche. It makes sense. It's got the A. It looks really good. I think, it's this one's a more simplistic logo with the triangle. But I do think this one with the artistic elements does make it a little bit better. Okay, now the Columbus Blue Jackets. So it's pretty obvious that the Cannon logo is better than the Stars and Stripes logo with the Ohio flag. The Cannon is just so nice. I mean, they should definitely make this their primary logo. I don't know what they're doing, continuing with this. Honestly, this in the middle, what they have right now is their primary. It does look like a better shoulder patch than this shoulder patch that they currently have, right? It kind of doesn't really make sense. So definitely the Canon logo in this colorization is better than even the cream and blue. Like the cream and blue is nice, but in those colors just aren't perfect. I think, navy, white, and red does work a little bit better for the brand. So I'll pick this one. The Dallas Stars, they only have one real logo here. I know this neon one is a cool kind of take, but it's not really the primary logo for the whole brand of the team. I just I like this one better, even though it's not a perfect logo. I just think it's a more complete logo. Again, we have the shoulder patch over here. It looks nice, but the Dallas Stars thing is kind of unnecessary. So I do think this primary logo is the best one. And then next we have the Oilers. So they have this one on their alternate jerseys. And while it is a cool idea, the monochromatic tones here, I just think, having one extra color does make it a lot better. So it's going to be the regular primary one. Now, Florida, they technically only have one logo. I included this shoulder patch here on the side, but we all know that this isn't like a legitimate logo for the Panthers. It's just, you know, an addition they have on their jersey. But I do like the Florida version better than the Panthers. So they wear the Panthers one at home because everyone knows they're in Florida, and they wear the Florida version on the road. Uh, I don't know. I don't know why they do that, but they just do. And it's definitely better. It just makes sense. Florida and then Panther. There you go. So that one's my favorite. The Kings. So I already put a pretty lengthy video on the LA Kings logo. Let's just talk about the banner and get it over with. The banner is not good. Okay, as I explained in the other video, the L, the A, completely unnecessary. And then we have the crown that's left over from this logo. I think the crown is better, but what's actually better is the recent alternate that they just came out with. This shiny Kings, old style Kings logo. I think this is definitely a nicer logo than these two. Now, the Minnesota Wild's pretty obvious. They only have one real logo, which is their primary one, which was ranked #1 on my rankings. Maybe I shouldn't have said that because maybe you won't watch that video anymore, but it's okay. You can, you know what I mean? You have to see the other 31 clubs, but this one's definitely super good. And now the Nashville Predators. Yeah, same thing with the Minnesota Wild. They only have one legitimate logo, and it's their best one, and it looks really fierce, and it just looks really good. The colors are great. The pick is nice, of course. They're in the Music City, but the Predators definitely, they have a good logo for sure, 100%. The New York Islanders. Okay, so this third jersey logo is definitely nice. It's a more simplistic kind of style for the Islanders. Of course, the main, I guess, criticism of the primary logo is that everything's a little bit jumbled up. There's a lot of features that are kind of separated from each other that, kind of clash with each other. That's why I kind of do like this third jersey logo over here, but I just like the colors of the original one. I like the orange more. I like how it has a more prominent role here in the primary logo. So that's why I've chosen that one. The New York Rangers. All right, so there's only one real choice here. I mean, okay, I did include the word mark because it is literally on their jersey, but we all know they only have one real badge logo here, and it looks all right. But yeah, that's my favorite one. The Ottawa Senators. Um, you know, again, they only have one real logo like the other ones. But I do like the shoulder patch. I think it's pretty cool. This wing over here does alternate depending on what shoulder it's on, which is, a kind of cool touch for the Senators. The S is in a nice font. I don't really know what these Roman numerals really mean, but anyway, just the primary logo is the best here. Okay, now we got the Pittsburgh Penguins. And again, they only have one real logo. We're going to take the primary one. Okay, the San Jose Sharks. So, they do have a lot of logos here that, are similar, but they're just different in small little ways. This one with the S, and I believe there's some sort of J. This one has the full tail, which I like. This one has the SJ in the back with the shark coming through. I like this artistically, and that's why I've chosen it. And we have the shoulder patch over here. It doesn't really count as a logo. The reason why I like this one better than their actual primary is just because it's more dynamic. Although this might be a better primary logo, I just think artistically and preferentially this one's my favorite. Seattle Kraken, definitely the S. The S is just really well done. You got the eye, you got the tentacle. The Space Needle's cool and all that, and the anchor, but definitely this one's better. The Blues, so they have the more modern one, cleaned up version over here on the left, and then they have their alternate one on the right. Definitely the modern one is the one I'll take as my favorite. I just think it's a more cleaned up version. The colors are a little bit better. Although this jersey is actually better than the regular home jersey. Just the logo's a little bit better, but we'll talk about this in another video. I will be ranking the jersey soon, so just watch out for that one. Oh yeah, the Tampa Bay Lightning. I think it's pretty clear that no one likes this logo. I mean, some people do, of course, that you're entitled to your opinion, but it's just boring, you know. This one, even though it's not perfect, I would not have the date here. It's just better, you know. It's got more to it, so I'm taking it. The Leafs. So out of these three, I definitely think just the regular blue one is the best. The white one does look good too, and the Justin Bieber next gen one is good as well, but it is just kind of a derivation of this one. So I do think regular blues, that one is better. Now for the Canucks. The Canucks have a lot of interesting ones to choose from. So you have the skate one, which has a completely different color scheme. You have the stick logo, which is kind of an older style, and then you have the more modern orcas here. The orca is nice. I would probably choose this all blue one over this one down here, but I think the skate logo is just so iconic. I couldn't really find an actual like image for it, like a proper image, but you get what I mean. Like it just looks really good, super iconic. The colors pop really well. I just like it. And now the Washington Capitals. We all know this word mark logo kind of sucks. It's just a word mark. It's a great word mark logo. I'll tell you that. It's a really good word mark logo. But definitely the Screaming Eagle one is better. It's not perfect again, but it's just better. You know, what can you say? The W, it's got this spire of like the White House, the eagle, a good symbol for the team. But yeah, Jets. So the Jets logo actually ranked pretty low in my logos ranking just because it doesn't do anything for me. It's pretty uninspiring. The colors aren't that great. But this one over here, the Heritage logo is definitely good. I mean, the colors, this dark blue, the red, they just work really well. It's stylized really well. Jets, the Winnipeg over here, it's just good. It's just way better. And I believe that's going to end it for this ranking. So definitely like, comment, and subscribe. Watch out for new videos. I try to release at least one video a day. So definitely keep an eye out. And that was this list done. I'll see you guys in the next video.